Barely 8 months after the presidential election, we're back covering election stories in Nigeria. The attention this time is on Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa states, where off-cycle governorship elections will hold this Saturday. You're watching Beyond 100 Days with Nifemi Oguntoye live from our studios here in Abuja. It's exactly 3 days to the off-cycle elections, and our attention today is turned to Kogi State. I'll be speaking with two of the candidates on developments ahead of the 11th November polls. You can join the conversation right now on X, formerly Twitter, using the hashtag Beyond 100 Days. Remember to tag at TVC News On. The incumbent governor, Yahaya Bello, cannot seek re-election for a third term as stipulated by the 1999 Constitution. According to the final list from the electoral umpire, 18 candidates from 18 political parties are running to succeed Governor Bello in the Lugard House. Now, of course, they say there are 4 major contenders, but you only can tell post-election when the results are clear to determine who the major contenders are in this particular election. But let's begin with the candidate of the SDP, who's been quite open doing during this electioneering period, and talking about Murtala Ajaka, who was the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress and a governorship aspirant of the party, but was later disqualified after a controversial suspension by executives of the party in this ward. Ajaka resigned his position and membership of the APC, after which he emerged as governorship candidate of Social Democratic Party. The next report chronicles some of his efforts in the past few days.
The two traditional rulers who endorsed Murtala Ajaka described him as a man who have the capacity to turn around the socio-economic fortune of Kogi State. The two local government areas have also called on the SDP governorship candidate to ensure peace reign in Kogi State when he gets the mandate and to pave way for grassroots development.
We in Ogori, like you said, we are small, but small as we are, we are proud of our participation in nation building, in state building, and all that needs to be so that humanity can progress. We do hope that when a governor emerges, that he will not forget his people.
They will join hands to make this government function properly. Everybody will taste the good side of your government. It shall be well with you. There is no stoppage on the way. Nobody confronts you on the way. Because if anybody confronts you on the way, they will crush you. You will be crushed.
Mr. Ajaka also promised to end the era of half salaries for the people of Kogi State and will pay pensioners all their entitlements if voted into office in the next month's governorship election.
The problem of percentage salary, we are not the solution. Now, maybe the solution. When you vote for this Ajaka boy, your salary from February shall be 100%. Wallahi, this I assure you. Our pensioners, your money when they owe you, will go give them back. Kogi State, we are one people.
Murtala Ajaka, governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party in Kogi State. He calls himself Mr. Solution. Will he get the chance to solve Kogi's problems? It's right here with me in the studio. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Nifemi. So they said that you have withdrawn from the race, that there was a letter of withdrawal being circulated. How true is that?
Withdraw? How? That's a figment of their imagination. How do you expect a front runner to withdraw? It's a fake news, and let's put it that way.
You think you're a front runner for this election?
Of course.
So recently, the media has been awash with the news of clashes between your supporters and that of the ruling party. At some point, there was news that, about an impeachment attempt on your life. Throughout this election hearing, the issue between the APC and SDP, accusing each other of stoking violence, has been rife. What's the current situation right now?
it's still the same thing. We're lucky the federal government have deployed security, but in spite of the deployment of security, we are still having problems. One of the major problems we're having in our state as it stands today are the heads of the security. Who are these heads? One, the State Director of DSS, Mr. Tosin, the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Bertrand Onoha, and the Commandant NNS Lugard, Navy Commodore Julu. They are our problem in Kogi State. And there's one guy, I'm coming, the Rapid Supujo, the man in charge of Rapid Response Squad. They are the problem in Kogi State. And I hope and I pray the federal government will handle these people for us to have a peaceful election.
That's some weighty allegations you're making. How are they your problem in Kogi State?
Very good. Since the campaign started, I've had more than 30 attacks. And in all of these attacks, I've reported to the police. Police have not taken any action. When I say police, I'm referring to the head. The CP, Mr. Bertrand Onoha, rather, is trying to cook up story to charge me.
They did not respond to your complaint.
They have not. They will tell you to come. They will not. They have not made any arrest.
But do you have
the
police?
guy, for instance,
Yes.
the person that attacked my campaign office in Lokoja is somebody everybody knows. He's working free. He burned down a whole building.
But do you have police protection during this campaign?
I do.
So how can police protect you and you're
No.
saying police is a
No. We have the police command and the force headquarters. The security I'm using, they are from the force headquarters. The force headquarters, they are very, very professional. But the state command is the problem.
But are you aware that Governor Bello's convoy had also been attacked with some of his aides reportedly injured?
Who attacked him? How can you attack a governor? They are fake people. How can you attack a governor?
Because it's the same position that, the state government has taken, that you have made up all of these allegations, that maybe there was not an actual threat on your life.
My brother, the evidence are empirical for all to see. They burnt my party office. They've been destroying anything that belongs to me and my team in Kogi State. The evidence are there for all to see. The problem we're having in Kogi State is Governor Yahaya Bello. Is a problem of Kogi State. And by the grace of God, with the determination of our people, we'll vote him and his group out by November 11.
It's interesting the way you have put it, because, some would say that Yahaya Bello, you were part of the Yahaya Bello administration yourself. You only parted ways because you were not given the APC governorship ticket.
No.
You were a former ally of the governor, right?
Point of correction. I have never been part of the government. I was in the APC before Yahaya Bello came. I was a member of the National Working Committee of APC.
Exactly the point I was making.
I'm coming. You can imagine. As strong as I am in the party, you say my ward executive suspended me? It was a big fallacy. We went to court. They took me to court. Somebody from Okene, one Amoka from Okene is the one that took me to court. That my ward executive have suspended me. And these people came to court with an affidavit that there is nothing as such. That in fact, there was no such contemplation. That all they are saying is lie. They came with an affidavit. But the court, acting under the influence of Yahaya Bello, ruled that, yes, gave an interim order, a day to the primary, that yes, I have been suspended, and by so doing, I cannot participate in the primary tomorrow. One Justice A.S. Ibrahim is the same judge now that they cook up story against my deputy, somebody who has been a teacher for more than 2 decades, that has a forged WAEC certificate, until we went to the WAEC headquarters to get a certified true copy of his certificate. The same judge is still going ahead to trying to issue a bench warrant for my deputy, until we're able to thwart it through our lawyers. So what I'm trying to tell you, all in all, the problem, the insecurity we are having in Kogi State today is caused by Governor Yahaya Bello and his group.
So how do you respond to those who would say you cannot dissociate yourself from this administration because you only parted ways after you did not get the APC governorship ticket?
Yes, get it right. No, not parting way. I started in APC. In fact, I'm from AC. From AC to ACN, ACN to APC. I've never joined another party. everybody in the state knows my contribution to the party, both in the state at the national level. But of course, Yahaya Bello, for what he is, you know him very well. How can you say a member of a national working committee of a party that determines the process and the procedure of the party primary is being suspended by his ward executive? He should know somebody somewhere is playing a game. And the same executive come forward to say, no, there's nothing like that. There's an affidavit from the ward chairman, the ward secretary, and other members of his executive in writing that there's nothing like that. But the judge, Justice A.S. Ibrahim of the State High Court, went ahead to give an interim order affirming the fake suspension and by extension that I cannot participate in the primary the following day. And there's no way I can appeal.
All right. Let's talk about the election itself. Your senatorial district has 51% of the registered votes in this election, with over 40% of the local government areas. Is that number something you're counting on in this election?
It's our strength cut across the state. I repeat, my strength cut across the state. You could see I received the endorsement of the late Ohinoyo Febrala, who is a spiritual father to all of us. I received the endorsement of the people of Okulan. And of course, in every election, you have a catchment area. My senatorial zone is my catchment area. And that is the area you want to cause problem, to cause distraction, to cause confusion, to create chaos, so that the people will not come out to vote. But I assure you, by November 11, by this week, Saturday, November 11, our people will come out massively and vote, and we'll vote him out.
That catchment area, the Kogi East, has leveraged on this number to produce 3 governors since the creation of Kogi State in 1991. You are aware of the clamor for power rotation in Kogi State. What do you say to those who believe Kogi West has been grossly marginalized and should be allowed to fill the next governor?
Wallahi, I'm an advocate of rotational governorship because there should be equity. Whether you're a minority or majority, everybody should be given equal opportunity. We did say you can confirm from my colleague in the NWC of APC that, look, we resolve as a party that this election, we expect the governorship candidate to come from either the West or the East. Yahaya Bello betrayed that agreement. I swear to God who made me. If the ticket were given to somebody from the West, I will not contest.
You mean not the APC ticket?
Yeah.
But you're not running on that ticket now.
No, I'm coming.
Yes,
Yahaya has altered the arrangement and we must join forces to reorder the state by contesting to ensure that once we win, we take him out and his group, that we'll reestablish the rotation again, because it is God that made this rotation happen.
So let us get this very clear. Are you promising to support a Kogi West governor if you win?
Surely.
Is that after the first 4 years?
It's not just promise. I've told those that I have interaction with that we should put it in writing. Because the hadith says, whatever you do, put it in writing. Even if you are not there tomorrow, people who are there after you will take it up from there.
What are you suggesting, 4 years or 8 years? Who becomes governor without wanting to do it second term?
No, of course, you see, we cannot deceive ourselves now. Once I'm lucky, I'm able to get it, of course, after 8 years, automatically I should go to Okunla or people from the West. It depends on how they agree. Because rotation have come to stay in Kogi State.
But your party, the SDP, is a minority in Kogi politics. How are you so sure that you can win on the platform of the SDP?
You know, it is people that drive a political party. But the strength of a party is determined by the people in the party. We make APC strong in Kogi State. Go and check the last election, the result. In the central, where Governor Yahaya Bello come from, we lost woefully there. Go and check the result. Both the presidential and the senatorial election.
I'm wondering what uniquely you're bringing on board, you know, beyond the rhetorics of I'll build roads.
No, it's not rhetoric.
Oh.
We are coming to change the course of governance in Kogi State.
In what way
And that we
precisely?
shall do. You see, for those of us that do elementary political science, government is for the people. And the people that own government. And government is the easiest institution that can take people out of poverty. What we want to do in our dear state, when we have this opportunity, is to see that majority of our people are taken out of poverty. And how do you take them out of poverty? It's very simple. We're very lucky in Kogi State who have the land, as in the area of agriculture, because the vast majority of our people are in the rural area. Anywhere you go today, you see thuggery, it's because they don't have what to do. And the state government is capitalizing on that to continually impoverish our people. So when they throw them small thing, they follow them. But by the grace of God, just like I've said in my manifesto, it is there for all to see. We are going to change the course of governance in our state, and that shall happen.
Are you saying
Because
that?
when you talk of, if you want to improve on the economy of the place, the infrastructure must be taken care of first. And that we shall do. And in my manifesto, we intend to empower women. Because if you go to our state, the vast majority of our people, especially the women, my brother, when you go there, you pity them. The poverty scale is high. But we are going to redress it. Most of the things I'm telling people are going to do, they will say there's no money. The money is there.
Where will you get the money from?
The money is there, don't worry. Let me have the opportunity. Just write it down today.
Yeah.
If you, okay, for instance, let me give you one example. When I went to the western part of the state, from Kaba to Egbe, it's less than 100 kilometers. When you pass through that hole, it's hell. From that Kaba to Egbe is hell. And they will tell it's a federal road. My brother, what stopped the state government from using the bill of quantity of the federal government and do the road and seek for payment? I just use that as an example. If you go to the eastern part today, virtually everywhere in the eastern part is being taken over by erosion. Go to central. Okene is 90% urban. Until I went there for rally, I assumed that the governor have done everything there. It's in the area of road network. It's still in the state that it were. As I'm talking to you now, go and confirm. There is no pipe and water for people to drink.
Internally generated revenue is key to be able to bring these dreams to life. I'm wondering, what are you going to do differently in that regard to make Kogi, drive up its IGR?
Yes, you see, we're going to expand our tax network, but we're going to do that with human face.
So people are to pay more tax under your administration?
Not this crude transaction that is going on in the state now. But we will expand the tax network because we need money to do most of these things we are promising our people.
Let's talk about the politics of things. There were campaign pictures of you and the president. How does that work as a flag bearer of the SDP?
The president is my mentor. I've been together with the president since 2005. He knows very well. The message we are sending, we are all loyal to the president. We work for his emergence, and we'll continue to work for him, and we'll continue to be loyal to him. The president knows this very well. The issue we are having is a local issue. If the primary were to be conducted when the president emerged as president, after his inauguration, what the governor did, I don't think we will be able to do that.
Because you once claimed that the loyalists of Governor Bello are with you. It makes it sound like you are inferring that the president has secretly endorsed you for this election. Is that the case?
Saturday shall tell.
You're not answering that question. Are you inferring that that's possible?
Saturday shall tell.
All right, let's talk about, the contribution that SDP is making for a peaceful poll, because the figures aren't adding up quite well for Kogi in that regard. There are concerns about electoral violence, just like we saw earlier this year and even in 2019. What contribution is your party making, to ensure that we have a peaceful poll come Saturday?
There's a saying in my place: a fruitful phrase is the one that throws stone at. The issue we are having in our state, the problem of insecurity and electoral violence, is caused by Governor Yahaya Bello. I repeat, it's being caused by Governor Yahaya Bello. As I'm talking to you now, he has bought guns.
That's huge allegation you're making, Mr.
Look, Mr.
Ajaka.
Nifem, whatever I'm saying, we'll have the evidence. And we're waiting for those boys to come out on Saturday, on Friday. Because we have already given their details to the security agencies that are in the state now.
That's a heavy allegation you're making.
The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Bertrand Onoha, has compromised his position. They know these guys. They know who they are. They are refused to go after them.
If you have this information, why are you not talking to, you said you have policemen from the headquarters. Why not raise it up with the IGP?
Well, I'm just coming from the headquarters, from the police headquarters to this place now. We have told them all that we know, the intelligence that they require, the bad guys, where they are, and who they are.
It's important to state very clearly that the allegation you just made is not only a strong one, but it's something that we cannot independently confirm as a station. So it's all yours and your position. And as a channel, we'd like to entirely dissociate ourselves from it because we don't have proof to that allegation. Because are you also considering the security implication of what you have said? There are concerns about how agitated voters might become if you are painting this kind of pictures.
No, our people are ready. Except they bring an atomic bomb to eliminate the entire state on Saturday. Our people are ready to come out to vote. West, East, Central. They are tired of Governor Yahaya Bello and his group. That's the truth. You can see it reflected in the election. Even back in his own senatorial zone, he lost the election, as confirmed by the Court of Appeal. You can imagine in a senatorial zone that consists of 5 local governments, you are using only 1 local government to win the election. We thank God to the court. He has invalidated that, and given the ticket has been given back to the rightful owner, and she has been, sworn in as Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
But do you agree that this election has taken some form of ethnic and sectional tones, with the way campaigns have gone?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
How good is this for the state, given that only one person can be governor at a time?
That is where Governor Yahaya Bello has failed in leadership. You see, his emergence...
But Yahaya Bello is not the person asking that Kogi should feel the next governor.
He is the problem. He is the one that coordinated virtually everything. You hear him when the Court of Appeal gave judgment with regard to the central seat in his zone. He is the one that spoke on behalf of Mr. Ohiri. He was not a ballot. So he took over everything. He determined everything. Once you are not in agreement with him, we find a way to get you eliminated. They came to my DG's house yesterday with the intention to kill him. As I talked, they have killed 3 mobile policemen. There is one guy called Commander Kelezi. It's an open matter that everybody knows. That led a thug to my DG's house. They thought I'm there. Their intention is to get me assassinated and get the DG assassinated.
All these claims you're making, they are very huge, and I may just have to cut you short from there. I would advise that you take it to the IGP. We cannot confirm these claims. We cannot.
No, Mr. Nifem,
and
the allegation is not coming from you. I'm the one that is making the allegation.
Yes, it is also important that...
Wait now, Mr. Nifem, I'm coming. This platform is here to guide the public.
Yes, exactly the point I'm making.
I'm saying what I know.
Yes.
Let them come and contradict me.
Unfortunately, I don't know what you know, so... Perhaps we should raise it with, security agencies who can independently confirm that position. Just quickly before we let you go, talk to us about how important it is to keep the peace. Because shortly I expect that you will sign some form of peace agreement. What must be done differently in the coming days to ensure that this election is violence-free?
The problem of peace in Kogi State is Governor Yahaya Bello. The federal government have the intels. The security circle, they have the intelligence. That is the problem. Yeah. I don't have any militia. I don't have anything.
I think you mentioned that earlier. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
So, Mr. Nifem,
Yes.
this platform is known for supporting democracy. And I urge you people on Saturday, be firm and stand on the side of justice.
SDP governorship candidate Murtala Ajaka, thank you for talking to us
Thank you, Mr.
on the
Nifem.
program.